We're gonna make our most popular side dish today. It's glazed carrots. It is the perfect side dish for literally any holiday. People love it at Thanksgiving and we love it at Christmas, but save this recipe too because it's delicious around Easter as well. It's the best part, 5 ingredients is all you need. Hi, I'm Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and we're on a mission to help families eat well on a budget, and this recipe does just that. This recipe is really inexpensive to make because the main ingredients are carrots, which are very frugal, but also we only have 5 ingredients. Now you can grab the full recipe linked in the description below, or you can always just go to Google and type in eating on a dime glazed carrots, and that recipe will pull right up for you. The first thing we need to do is peel our carrots. Now I'm not using baby carrots here. You probably could, but we're gonna slice them up, so I wouldn't recommend it. I just like the whole carrots. They're cheaper and they're easier to use. You're gonna need 2 pounds of carrots. I've already done most of the peeling, and so we're just going to quickly peel the last bit of them. Now my number one tip, anytime you have to peel something to save time, is to make sure you have more than one peeler in your kitchen and get everybody involved. So if this is annoying, you can just like, hey, everybody get over here and peel 2 carrots and it'll be done really, really quick. Now you could just wash them and leave the skins on. There's actually nothing wrong with leaving the skins on. So you can completely skip the peeling part. I just like it with no peel because these glazed carrots are very pretty and they like display really well. They'll serve great and you'll look really fancy. So I like going the extra mile, just for aesthetics, but really they'd be great either way. Now we've got to slice the carrots. You need a really good knife if you don't have one. They're not super expensive. You don't need one of those fancy blocks or anything like that. You just need a solid good knife, and we have that linked in below in the description. It's my favorite kitchen tools, and you'll find this here. You'll also find a knife sharpener. So the first thing you need is a good knife, but you need a knife sharpener because knives don't work constantly if they're not sharp. And so instead of thinking, oh, my knife is bad, you just need to sharpen it. So you'll just run it through a few times and it's ready to go. Okay, now we are going to actually cut these up about a half inch thick to a 1/4 inch thick. But you can do whatever you want. Now I'm doing a knife, but you can do a mandolin slicer. Mine broke and I just need to replace it. I keep forgetting to do it. And I do like a good mandolin slicer because you can actually set it to the 1/2 inch thick and just run it through really, really quickly. So I need to add that to my list to rebuy. Oh, I'm losing carrots. And then it'll make this job so much faster. Now, what I really love to do on our carrots is actually cut them at an angle. And when you cut them at the angle, let me show you to compare, you actually get a much bigger, longer carrot, and they just look really pretty and they lay really pretty. So I highly recommend that. It's really simple. You just put your knife on top of the carrot, but instead of cutting it straight, you just slightly angle it and you'll get this pretty angled carrot slice every single time. And if you're doing like a mandolin slicer, it kind of naturally starts doing that. By the way you press it down, you just force. And so you'll start getting that natural angled slice when you're doing a mandolin slicer. I got them all cut, and now it's time for a taste test. I don't know what it is, but I love sliced carrots raw. They're so good. But now we're gonna head to the stove. And so you're gonna need a large skillet and some water. I've turned this on high, and then we're using a cast iron pan today, but any pan with a lid will work. We're gonna add our carrots straight into the pot. A couple fell out, I'm gonna grab those. And then we're going to add about 1.5 cups of water. Then we're gonna cover and let these carrots steam. We're gonna reduce the heat to about medium-high heat. And we're gonna let these cook until they're soft, which will be about 8 to 10 minutes. Once your carrots are tender, you're just gonna drain off any of that excess water. Then we're gonna add a 1/2 stick of butter, which is 1/4 cup. Then add a half a cup of brown sugar and a half a teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to stir to combine and let that butter melt. Push it right into the middle and then mix it all around. So now we're going to let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes uncovered so we can let this delicious butter and brown sugar mixture thicken. I do like to stir it occasionally just to make sure they don't burn, since I do have this on high, but you can turn the heat down on low. Now remember, these carrots are already cooked, so what we're doing is just getting this sauce thickened and coating the carrots in that mixture. They're ready! This is seriously the best carrots ever. So if you haven't tried them like this, or if you don't think you like carrots, you're actually wrong. You're gonna love this. Now you can serve this just in the skillet, or you can make it really pretty and serve it like in a serving bowl. But it doesn't really matter because they're gonna taste amazing every single time. Let's do a bite. I can't wait. Hands down, sweet, buttery, amazing carrots. These are so perfect for whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any holiday. They're so simple to make, but they taste amazing. And they're also great for potlucks, because if you go to Eating on a Dime, we actually have a crock pot version for you. And if you want to make it on here and you want to keep them warm, you could just throw them in a slow cooker after you make them. Now, one of the questions we get asked often, especially for recipes for the holidays, is, can I make this ahead of time? And the answer is yes. Now, the only thing I would do different is when we were steaming those carrots and cooking them, I would have them be finished before they're to the texture that you like. So if you like them really soft, I would have them, like you do with pasta, al dente. I would have them a little bit less done. Finish the recipe, let it cool, throw it in the fridge, and then just toss it back into a skillet and reheat it. That way the potatoes don't get too soft. But that's the only thing I would do differently, but it would be great to reheat or just to throw in a crock pot. I can't stop eating them. So, if you are not making these for your next holiday, is it even a holiday? So remember to get the full recipe linked in the description below. Or you can just go to Google and search eatingonadime.com, or just say Eating on a Dime glazed carrots, and it will pull it right up for you. Now, if you like today's recipe, I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. We are having so much fun on YouTube showing you that we have real food for real families made by real people, and I hope you're loving it too. So if you could subscribe and like this video and maybe drop a comment, we would love it, because we love hearing from you. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time in my kitchen for another delicious but easy holiday recipe. Bye, friends.